Welcome back to Teach a Man to Fish channel. Just wanted to take a second to say thank you to all the subscribers that are joining the channel. I'm watching this thing take off and I'm having more and more fun doing it, and I certainly hope you are too. I wouldn't be doing this without you, the audience that's watching, so thank you for joining me. This will be interesting and done a little bit differently than what you may have seen out there before. This will be done on a Lodge Sportsman Grill, Hibachi style. Let's go ahead and get started with the video. For this cook, we're going to need a half a pork loin roast, asparagus, teriyaki, pepper, salt. I'm going to be using an applewood cheddar, but you can choose whatever cheddar or cheese you like in yours. Orange for some orange zest, bacon, toothpicks, and butcher's twine. One or the other, or you can use both. First step will be to flatten out that pork loin roast. On this roast, you can see a line right there. That's where you're going to want to start to make your cut. Again, don't worry about the jagged edges, because they will smooth out and you'll never notice it during the cook. Whoops, poked a little hole right there, but that'll be towards the center of the loin and that won't matter either. You'll notice a little thicker piece right here. You can split that down a little bit further by putting a couple of cuts in through there, and that will open that up. So there we go. Got a little thick right here, so we're going to do a little bit more spreading on this. And now, as far as whether or not you have to have a meat hammer, for flattening these sections of the meat, you don't necessarily have to have that. Some people might call this alcohol abuse, but it's the flat surface that you're looking for. Pressure that, squish that meat out. Now let's cook the bacon and blanch the asparagus. Now we break those asparagus off at their natural breaking point. While we're waiting for that water to boil for the asparagus, we'll go ahead and get some cheese grated. Put our layer of bacon in. You'll notice that this bacon isn't necessarily done as you normally would if you were eating it with your breakfast. There's still a little bit of softness left in it. Your loin is actually very lean meat, and you can get a lot of fat and juice coming out of it from this bacon and help it be not quite so dry. we'll put in our layer of asparagus. Throw in some cheese. And now we'll seal the deal. Start on each end, because you don't want to start on one end and work your way through all the way to the other side. You'll end up smushing it out the other end. I'll show you this knot in just a second that makes it an easy tie. We'll go ahead and put one in the middle here so you can see this knot. The way this knot works, the surgeon's knot, not a regular square knot. You go around twice and then that knot will hold. You don't have to call somebody to say the old put your finger right there and hold it. That knot will hold as you put in the tie-off knot. So as you can see, it's actually tied up nicely. It's fairly durable, and it'll rotate nicely on the grill as we get the outside done. Now we'll go ahead and salt and pepper the exterior. Well, here comes the cook part of it. We're going to want this cook to initially be pretty hot. So we're going to go a little bit more than that single layer method, and then we'll choke that heat down after we get the outside nice and seared. And slow that cook down. A little bit of extra coals there. Let these grates heat up some. I'm telling you, this Lodge grill, it's a thing of beauty. Open that up, let the air get in there. We're gonna lose our light during this cook, but I've got some lights I'll be able to shine that from the house, so just be prepared for the video lighting to change here. All right, let's go ahead and start the cook. Now at this stage, all we're trying to do is really just get the outside browned, and then we'll cut that heat down after we rotate this around. Now we've got that throttled way back, trying to fight that fire. I've got the air completely cut off, so we'll get plenty of good burn time out of this. And this is where this cook gets pretty unique, maybe a little backyardy, but this is how I do it. So I had to adjust my lighting a little bit
and while I was away, it got a little bit away from me. And as a matter of fact, this video and this lighting doesn't do it justice. It looks a little bit more fricasseed than it is. Maybe I'll take a photograph real quick and see if it you can see the truer colors. Hang on a second. So it did get away from me a little bit, but the next part of the cook, this is an old roast pan that I drilled holes in the top of, and that enables me to place that over top. Fits fairly nicely. That's a pretty good sized chunk of meat that this pot will encapsulate, and it's reflecting that heat back across the whole loin while still allowing some air to come out the top. Otherwise, you just have a little cap in there and the air wouldn't circulate well. So this heat circulates well, comes out through the top. It works. Some people use a fish fryer or a Lodge roaster that fits very well on this top. Someday I'll get one of those. I don't have one of those yet, but it's on my list of must-haves. But for now, this roast pan does the job. There it is. Written 160 in the middle. We'll go ahead and pull that off. All right, let's go in and get it plated up.
All right, I don't want anyone to think that I'm going to bring this in and immediately plate it up. It is going to rest for a while. Here we go, the big reveal. Go ahead and get a couple of these strings out of the way. Lots of juice in that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click like, subscribe, share. Come on back for more.